How's it going? Gonna play a little bit of Warcraft just before Smash Bros. I just kind of want to show the difference between like what current World of Warcraft is like and what classic WoW is gonna be like. Cause I'm hoping this time that I can get into the stress test. I forgot to move the chat box again. There we go. There we go. Now it's fine. I swapped over to starting soon. I'm an idiot. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. It's on starting soon again. I know, I fixed it. I don't know how I pressed the button. I'm stupid. So, basically, I'm just gonna do like a dungeon on a healer and a tank just to show like what it's like between like on current WoW, and then hopefully I can actually get into the stress test and show like nothing about WoW. Okay, so there's now's the time to learn. Yeah, so there's three major roles. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's like three major roles. Tank, healer, and DPS, which stands for damage per second. Healer's job is to keep everyone alive. Tank's job is to make sure all the bad guys are beating him up so that everyone lives. And then DPS job is to kill all the bad guys. So I'm on a Holy Priest, and their thing is just so much healing. Damage dealers are probably AFK, like they're probably peeing or something because they have like 30-minute queues for dungeons. So my plan is, like I said, can I be a healer and not heal? Yeah, you just want to play Discipline Priest at that point then. Literally, what you do is you put like one heal on someone, so you just watch everyone die. Some people just want to watch some healers just want to watch the world burn. I'm not gonna bother picking up the quest. This is my capped healer. This is my capped priest. I made a couple characters around when time walking dungeons were announced, and I capped them at 60 because I thought time walking was gonna be cooler than it actually was. And so here's the thing, in these low-level dungeons, the damage output for the mobs kind of sucks. So you could just be a DPS, like a glorified like 5th DPS. Oh no, the tank is dying. Oh no, I'm dying. Give him a guardian spirit. You're evil like that. And give him the Holy Word Sanctuary again. Yeah, it's basically what you do. Like, unless they do big pulls like that, because they can survive it, can you heal the monsters? If you're a hunter, you can heal your own monster. I might need to actually turn the sound down a little bit on this, because it looks like it's spiking up a little bit. So let me just go ahead and sound, turn that down to about 80. That's fine. But yeah, like unless tanks do like super big pulls, you can pretty much just be like a glorified 5th DPS. You think the sound is fine? Okay, I just saw it spiking up a little bit, so I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure that it was actually fine. He's got a lot of rage. Has he been using? He's not using Ignore Pain. God damn it! What's with warriors and not using Ignore Pain? So the thing is, if you're being honest, you would be a tank. Well, tanks get the fastest Qs anyway. Because come on, you play Ganon. Yeah. Tanks get the fastest Qs anyway. This warrior is not using a single Ignore Pain. Okay, so I play a warrior, and I played him as a tank most of the time. Ignore Pain is their rage dump. This little red bar down here, that's their rage. That's what they build and use on abilities. And that's your primary thing to like dump rage into. Literally, it just puts an absorb bubble on you for a certain amount of damage. That's pretty much outside of shield block, which just makes you block every like melee or ranged attack. But not spells. You can only block spells if you're a paladin tank. Outside of that, your only way to mitigate damage is Ignore Pain. He is not using Ignore Pain. Why is he not using Ignore Pain? Like, I can see on my little healing meter right here, literally no Ignore Pains. What is he even using it on? Is he using it on revenge? But with how many people he's getting, he should get like free revenges because of parries and stuff. I'll have to show you how a warrior is actually played once I'm done this dungeon. So like I'll even get the DPS because he's not doing a job. But yeah, like, you feel like the name Ignore Pain would sound awesome? Well, Ignore Pain is actually pretty good, so... Like I said, it literally just puts a bubble on you that ignores, like, half the damage that you take. What's going on, Perfecto? You can do anything if you can ignore all pain. Yeah, but this guy refuses to ignore pain. I don't know what his problem is. You're in math class right now? Why are you on Twitch in math class? Teach! But yeah, like, when he uses Ignore Pain, it should show up on the healing meters right here. And literally nothing is showing up. I don't know... Again, I don't know why he's not using Ignore Pain, like why he refuses to use Ignore Pain. He's got full rage. I can see it in the unit frames here. He's got full rage. He can use plenty of Ignore Pains. You're at home like the lazy boy you are. Wasn't it like 6 o'clock your time? Like 6:30 just about? Like, I'm watching, his rage is going down, but I have no idea what he's spending it on. Like, the only thing I could think of... Also, I have aggro. I have aggro. Please. Thank you. Like, the only thing I could think that he's using it on is revenge, which, like I said... It becomes free if you parry or dodge an attack, and with how many things he's pulling, he should be getting tons of free revenges, so I don't know why he's doing that. No, we can let him oh my god, why am I taking so much damage? I was gonna say, we've got Holy Word Sanctuary up, we can let him take a little bit of damage. Ow! Ow! But yeah, Holy Word Sanctuary, this ability right here, or Serenity. Sanctuary is the AoE one. AoE meaning area of effect, so I can heal like everyone in the little green circle here with it. But yeah, basically, it's just a big fucking heal on a 1-minute cooldown. And whenever I use a single target heal, like just regular heal or flash heal, it reduces the cooldown by a little bit. So, oh my god, big crits. 6k healing. So yeah, like pretty much your job is just like doing the playing the Holy Priest is just like, okay, you can wait for them to fall a little bit and then just give them a huge heal with Holy Word Serenity, and then you could just, you know, do little bits of healing every now and then. Oh, go ahead and give everyone a Holy Word Sanctuary. We're all standing in the bombs. He is dying. Please ignore pain. He's using Impeding Victory. Not even using, Into the Fray. He should be using Into the Fray, because that's like a free 15% haste. Which makes it so that you attack, and your abilities cool down faster. Oh, jeez. I'm worried if he's going to be able to keep threat on the skeletons that pop up later. Yeah, here's the skeletons. Oh god, they're coming right for me. There's a frost tomb on me, someone help. Help. Okay, thank god someone broke me out. Oh my god, big heals. Okay, he's got the frost tomb on him, so go ahead and break that. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this is just 1 + 1 is 3. That's how some people operate in this game. What does that even do? Strength reduced by 77. That's a pretty significant. And I dispelled it, and they immediately put it back on him. That victory theme sounds familiar. It's a Final Fantasy victory theme. I have an add-on which tracks like the mechanics for the boss fight, so that you can respond to them quicker. And it also has custom like little victory jingles after the end of a boss fight. So the one that I have it play is the Final Fantasy victory theme. You got a college pamphlet. Is it a good college, though? It's like a summer thing, and it's free. That sounds like a trap. I don't think you should take that. But if it's free, that sounds like a trap. Okay, well, he's not... Did he? Oh my god, he used Ignore Pain. I can't believe it. He actually did it. I saw the little thing on his health bar. I can't believe it. He actually used Ignore Pain. And now he's back to not using it. Tank, please. Please, Tank, you have full rage. You have full rage. Please, use it on anything. I'm begging you. Who threw a bomb at me? Rude motherfuckers. Throwing bombs and shit. Okay, he's at least using Shockwave, so I mean that's good. Shockwave is just a big AoE stun. Wait, I think he used Ignore Pain again. He did! I can't believe it, it's a miracle. He's found the Ignore Pain button. He's found the Ignore Pain button. give you a little angelic feather. And he's not using it again. Just leap. Don't charge, just leap. Okay. Now we've got Holy Word Serenity up, so we can just wait for him to drop a little bit. You know, just wait till he falls to around like 50% health. And then boop. And then we just pump a couple more heals into him. There we go, easy peasy. It's legit. It's funded by the National Transportation Institute at Central CT State University. Oh, okay. I don't know. Anytime I just see, like, free in college, I just assume that it's some sort of weird scam. You've got end-of-the-year exams? You should be studying. Oops. You have the rest of the week and next week to revise. You're starting it tomorrow. Okay. Well, at least you are. I know some people who don't try to study for those kind of things. Alright, let's go ahead and get everything filled up. He is still not using Ignore Pain. This is a boss fight tank. You should really be using Ignore Pain, especially considering that guy as a caster. Debilitate, what does that do? Spellcasting speed is slow as shit. Go ahead and pump a couple flash heals into him. We also have projects and stuff to do. There we go. Target not in line of sight. What do you mean? There we go. Give the other priest a feather. Oh god, he ran off. He ran off. He's not using Ignore Pain, and he ran off. Oh god, the paladin has aggro. Wait, I think the paladin's even using his like defensive that puts a bubble on him. What is it? Like Shield of Vengeance, that's what it is. The priest was sitting back there because they had to turn on Tenacious D. You know what? That's fine. That's perfectly okay. Ow. Oh no, I'm getting stuff hurled at me. Tank. I don't understand. Sometimes he uses Ignore Pain, other times he doesn't. I don't know how he's decided whether or not to use Ignore Pain, especially for these bigger pulls. Like, please, I'm begging you, just use the button. Dump some rage. This triggers me. This triggers me so bad because I play warrior. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and stun him. Oh. I hit the wrong dude. I wanted to use it on the guy who actually had health. Okay. We can go ahead and just... Actually not taking as much damage now. That's surprising. Still not using Ignore Pain though. There's the damage. There's the damage. Oh, good grief. What's happening after I complete this dungeon? I'm gonna hop on to my warrior so I can show you all like what it's like playing from a tank perspective. And then after that, I'll swap over to Smash Bros. Oops, I'm healing myself. Yeah, because the tank and healer dungeons. I'll swap over to Smash Bros. And then around 5 o'clock my time, there's the stress test for the World of Warcraft Classic. And I'm gonna try and get into that. If I can't, onward, mighty steed! And if I can't get into that, we'll just play more Smash Bros. Instead.
And paint my face with your blood!
Being a tank sounds cool. The thing about being a warrior tank specifically, hop on Smash at like 320. Like I said, I play warrior tank. Warriors are all about mitigating the damage that you take. Oh, he bugged. He's supposed to do his death animation. He's supposed to like fall onto the floor. I think we killed him too fast.
Your pathetic failure will serve as a warning to all. You are damned.
Tank guy for Smash. Varian Rin for Smash.
I return! A second chance to carve your skull!
Go ahead and pop some heals there. Pop the Sanctuary. He has refused to use any Ignore Pains this fight. Dreadful Roar. Okay, don't cast. Because if you cast that, it gets you interrupted. And there we go. Easy peasy. Although people are standing in the axe, that still hurts you after he dies. There we go, go ahead and heal them all up. Oh, we got a ring. Nice. 9 int, 14 stam, and 9 haste. It's alright, but I think we're gonna keep the stuff that I have. He just glitched. He just glitched out. It's part of the experience. And we got pants. Crit and haste. Actually, that's a little bit better than what I have since I'm capped. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. Alright. I'm just gonna swap characters real quick. Actually, my warrior on this server is only 31. He's pretty low level. He doesn't really have anything, like, good. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to hop over to one of my other dudes who's a bit of a higher level. Where are you? There you are. Because then, like, I can actually do stuff, like use Ignore Pain. And yeah, here's what it's like queuing for a dungeon as a tank. What the fuck? This is taking too long. There we go. Healer, please. But yes, like, playing a tank like I just showed with the healer, your job is just keeping everyone alive, you know, people who stand in the fire and all that nonsense. As a tank, your job is to make sure like everyone is attacking you because you're built to just be super sturdy. Like, all of your abilities are revolved around reducing the damage you take, making sure dudes hit you instead of your party members.
Heroes, I require your aid.
Why do I have a quest for to turn in for you? Okay. Go ahead and buff everyone. Battle shout. What happened to the rogue? Why did the rogue take so much damage? Where were you? Yeah, so like, see, ignore pain. Just puts that thing on you that reduces all the damage you take, but up to a certain amount. What are the types of players on WoW? There's two primary things that, well, actually there's three now, that people tend to focus on ever since Legion. There's Mythic Plus, which are dungeons, but you speedrun them. Like, they have a time limit on them, and if you don't complete it within a certain amount of time, it downgrades a level. But if you complete it on time, depending on how fast you complete it, you get a higher level dungeon. I didn't interrupt that. I'm bad. There's PvP, which everyone always complains is horrible. But I don't know, like, because like I said, everyone's always complained that it's horrible, so I don't know how bad it really is. And then there's raiding, which is pretty much like dungeons, only with much more people. Come down here, little spider. Yeah, look at that. Look at, I'm top on the healing meter right now because of Ignore Pain. Like, that's Ignore Pain and Victory Rush, but like, that's why I'm saying, like, he should have been using Ignore Pain way more often. Like, he barely even touched the damn button. And also, like, for raiding, like, the mechanics are typically more complicated and stuff also. I'm not really taking that much damage, so I'm just going to keep Ignore Pain up instead of using Shield Block. Put out a little more extra damage with Revenge there. But yeah, like, even, like, Ignore Pain is actually 50% damage reduction. I think my shield at my current level is, it blocks like 35% physical damage. So Ignore Pain is actually more beneficial to use than Shield Block. You're so close to getting Ness to Elite Smash. What's his GSP right now? Another Ignore Pain. Keep that Ignore Pain going. Like, see how I have, like, pretty much, like, 25% of my health, like, as an Absorb? Like, that's how good Ignore Pain is. Just keep trying to keep that up as much as you can. So that's why it was so confusing to me that Warrior wasn't using it. Now, of course, there's Shield Block, which if you know there's big damage coming, you can go ahead and pop that. That's another, like I said, like 35% damage reduction from that. But yeah, look at this. Like, look at how little damage I took. Like, that DPS got targeted by like all the nonsense that the boss does, and here's me taking all the other damage. Like, that's how good his mitigation is. You're at 4.5 million. That's pretty close. I think it's like 4.6 million for Elite Smash right now. Can you just use Ignore Pain to win your battle and get Ness up? I don't know. Can Ness ignore Pain? Lava Burst. Do I have Spell Reflect yet? I don't think I do. Like, I can actually do, like, warriors get a Spell Reflect so that if they cast anything at you, it just goes right back to them. Go ahead and pop shield block since he's starting to do melee stuff again. Get out of the fire, you don't want to be standing in that. I stood in the fire because I'm an idiot. Oh, get out of it. Stood in the fire again. Go ahead and pop Last Stand. I keep standing in the fire, but you know what? It's okay. We have Ignore Pain. We can just ignore it. There we go. Okay, and then go over this way. It's 4.7 now, you think? Oh, yeah. Last time I checked was like a week ago or something, so the cap might be like 4.8 mil or something. You're trying to get every character into Elite Smash? Gotta wait for the other guys. There we go. Just go ahead and jump over here and get these guys. There we go. Okay. Charge them. Wait, I forgot. I've got different setups on like my warrior, on my horde, and the alliance. So, where is my heroic throw? Or yeah, there we go. Okay. Go ahead and get these guys all grouped up. Make it easier for everyone to cleave them down. That is a boss. We're going to pull this guy back. Alright, and charge him. Okay, he's putting down his little fart cloud. Gotta move him out of that, because if you don't, take damage. Oh, he moves though. Alright. Go ahead and shield block that. Make sure I'm taking as little damage as possible. You're about to take an hour-long bus ride? Where are you going? Where are you going that you need to take an hour-long bus ride? Go ahead and pop shield. Okay, he's farting again. Go ahead and move him out of that. Alright, see you later, Perfecto. Have fun, I guess. on your hour-long bus ride. Whoop, come back here. Yes, that's pretty much, like I said, the primary thing you're doing as a tank is just trying to reduce the amount of damage you're taking while you're getting everyone to focus on you.
Hello. Good luck.
Like that's entirely what you're built around doing.
Plans. We must be quick. The ritual
That's
is
why you're
almost
seeing things
complete.
like, because Ignore Pain counts as a heal. Like, that's why you're seeing, I'm pretty much up there with the healer on the healing meter. How did he get over there? Get back here. One time on holiday, you took a tour bus going places. It was like 8 hours. Good Lord. Hey, I leveled up. Oh, I'm 45. What do I get? What do I get at 45? I got a talent point. What do I get? Oh, Unstoppable Force. Nice.
No darkness can hold back the powers of the life fire.
And now you're even seeing, I'm higher on the healing than the healer is just because of Ignore Pain.
The red dragon mend your wound.
Like, if that warrior was using Ignore Pain, I would be able to have DPS a lot more often. But yeah, Classic is a completely different beast from current World of Warcraft. So, if I go into it, if I'm actually able to get in and, play, you're gonna wonder if, even though it looks similar, you're gonna be like, is this really the same game? That's just how different it is. Whoops. I mean, my threat. Give me threat. Oh, no. This is a bad pull. And this is all magic damage too, so...
No darkness
I can't block magic damage, I'm not a paladin. Victory rush though. Big guy. You know what? I'm feeling cocky. You're actually a god with Ness. What did you do? Did you get the sick PK fire into back throw?
Darkness can hold back the powers of the life fire.
The sacred Ness combo?
No darkness can hold back the powers of the life fire.
Go ahead and build up some extra threat there. got that. The heroic intercept. I don't know if that's the actual phrase that people use for it, but that's just heroic leaping into using intercept just to get closer and generate rage. There we go. You were fighting Roy, and he died. The end. Get them a little bit closer so that people can cleave easier. There we go. Like that's also the important part about tanking, like not just reducing the damage that you take, but also like making sure you keep mobs close together so that the DPS can like go to town and cleave everything down. Like, you just want to make sure that you're, like, positioning things properly so that, ah, damn it. I used my shield block on at the completely wrong time. So that was wasted. But yeah, like, you want to make sure that everything is, like, positioned correctly so that DPS can, like, cleave everything down and kill them super fast. Don't you be trying to knock me off the ledge there. What do you think this is? Mario 64? I'll do the King Bomb. I will jump right back up and I will destroy you. Okay, so now he's dead, so now the final boss is going to spawn. Yeah, like you don't want to be turning, you know, bosses towards the raid or the dungeon, because you know, sometimes they have a cleave which will hit the group, and you know you don't want to be making the boss hit the group. Why is this rogue jumping around so much?
Stand within the healing soil to protect yourself.
He's just jumping around like a chicken with his head cut off. Can I move you away from all those? Okay. I didn't actually think I could move him because he's like a spellcaster.
Heroes, step quickly into the redeemed soils and allow life to flow back into you.
There we go. And that's how you tank. Although I did kind of a shitty job at it, but I mean, I at least used Ignore Pain.
I will take the phylactery into safekeeping.
Like I said, it's pretty much, that's mostly what you're doing as a tank in this game. You were fighting Roy, he died, fell off stage when he respawned. So while he was down there, you made him use his jump because you downbeat him. Then you used up B and stage spiked him. Oh geez, that is like godlike. Whenever you look at whenever you look at someone using a character you like instantly, know how to play them. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like for people who play on random, like they just have a good idea of how to counteract like any characters that you play against, because like, you know, they'll probably have played them and know exactly what move you're trying to go for. But yeah, like as the tank, like you're trying to like make sure that you're taking as little damage as possible by keeping your defensives up, and then also like positioning the baddies all around to make sure that like your damage dealers can just like AoE them all down and make the dungeon go by faster. Why is Nest this fun? Are you PK firing people? Oops. Are you doing the PK fire to them? It's very rude of you if you're PK firing them. But yeah, so that's basically like the two, like tank is what I played the most. Like I actually like playing tanks. Sometimes. It's all the time, isn't it? Oops. You're going into your match and you're just immediately going PK fire. When do I even get spell reflect? When is spell reflect? 70? Really? That's a little crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn off the stream. But that's just so that I can swap the wires around. OMG, it's WoW. Hey Dark Wolf, how you doing? Yeah, I was just showing it off a little bit because there's going to be a classic stress test today, a World of Warcraft classic stress test, and I kind of wanted to show like just how different it is gameplay wise, because like classic and current WoW are like two completely different beasts. It's a little crazy. But it's just like I feel like tanks are a little more involved when you play the game, because like I said, like, isn't classic beta out? It is. It's closed beta though, so only a few people really got it. I think there's only like a couple thousand out of like millions that play the game. And unfortunately I was not one of them. But if they go into open beta, like there might be a lot more people that get into it, and fingers crossed I'll get in. But there's a stress test instead that's going on. I think it's going up to level 10. I think that's what they said. Like, it's going up to level 10. You were one of them. Geef beta. Yes, I was just playing a little bit just to what's special about classic. It's a lot more RPG-ish, I would say, than current WoW. Like, there's a couple things that I'm looking forward to about it that current WoW doesn't really do all that well. Like, in current WoW, like, you kind of just feel like a god at all times, to be perfectly honest. Like, you just feel like... What is going on there? Is that lore going on in the background? But like in classic WoW, like the world is a lot more dangerous. Like, is it like WoW when it first came out? Yeah, pretty much. They're going on to the last patch for classic World of Warcraft. Best nests. Oh, you got them into Elite? Good job, oops. One of the things I'm actually looking forward to the most is that professions will actually be worth a damn. Right now, there are like crafting professions and stuff like that, like blacksmithing, leatherworking, stuff of that nature. They're all garbage. All you want is enchanting or alchemy. Sometimes jewel crafting, but only if you get lucky. Cause like in the... You just keep winning somehow. Nobody knows how to deal with PK fire. It's a secret that only Nest mains know how to defeat. Because like when you do a dungeon, like let me go into the adventure guide here. Let me find, yeah, Battle for Azeroth. We'll go to like Freehold or something. You look at the loot. It's like, okay, here's what he drops, but when it drops, it has a chance to Warforge, to get an extra socket on it, and to have a tertiary stat. Now, Warforging is just an extra +5 item levels, but it can keep going. Outside of weapons. Weapons only have like a +15 limit for Warforging. But armor can just go up to the current eye level cap if you get stupid lucky. And then gem sockets, you can just put gems in there. They give you more stats. In fact, I think a gem socket is worth 10 item levels, approximately. And then a tertiary stat. Let's see if I have it on my character sheet at all so I can show it. No, it doesn't look like it. There's 3 tertiary stats. There's Avoidance, which reduces the damage you take from area of effect attacks. There's Speed, which increases your movement speed. And then there's Leech, which makes it so that all damage or healing that you do, a portion of it is returned to you as health. So, you know, you got all that nonsense going on with the gear. So, like, something finally drops, and it's like, oh, it's just a normal version. It doesn't have a socket, or it didn't Warforge, so it just feels like garbage. But like you go into classic World of Warcraft, the item drops. That's it. You got it. There's your best in slot right there. I mean, it may not be your best in slot, but like your best in slot item drops. There you go. You got it. GG. Like you don't have to worry about it, you know, rolling all these extra stats, rolling all these item level upgrades, and that kind of nonsense. Like you just have it. And like I said, professions right now, the only good ones are enchanting, alchemy, and jewel crafting. Enchanting, so that you can put extra stats onto some of your pieces of gear. Alchemy, to make buffs for you and your group members. And then jewel crafting, like I said, only if you get lucky and get a piece of gear that gives you a gem socket on it. Outside of that, worthless. But like in classic World of Warcraft, like since I'm going to be playing a warrior, I'm going to be rolling blacksmithing, and you know, resistance armors are actually very important for tanks, and blacksmithing can just craft like all the resistance gear you would ever need, and they can even craft this two-handed weapon that can actually be turned into a legendary with a drop from a boss. They rage quit. If you and your opponent's GSP doesn't change at the victory screen, yeah, then that means they rage quit. They're like, "Mom, pull the cable." They can't handle the best nests. But yeah, so like, I can actually do profession stuff now. And, you know, you can even sell it on the auction house. Unless, maybe some of the stuff is bind on pickup, which means you can't sell it. 1 pixel away from the blast zone and they rage quit. Yeah, that sounds about right. Which will be super important for tanking because apparently, plate armor is super expensive to repair. So I'll need all the money that I can get to make sure I can pay for my repair bills. But then there's other stuff, like they removed a lot of class buffs. Like, I mean, things like Battle Shout here. Like one of the things when they first announced BFA was that, like, oh, every class is going to get a buff to bring to your raid group. And then, like, 80% of the buffs just didn't make it into the game. Like, it was like every class was supposed to have one, and then they just decided, no, only, like, 5 are gonna have one. Which is, like, not even half the class roster, I think. Well, it's like, you have Battle Shout, which increases attack power for physical damage dealers. Then there's Arcane Intellect, which increases int for your spellcasters and your healers. And then there's Power Word Fortitude from Priests, which increases your stamina, which is your health, by 10%. And then there's Mystic Touch from Monks that increases the physical damage that enemies take by 5%. And it's just applied on all damage that monks deal. And then there's Chaos Brand, I think it's called, from Demon Hunters. Increases all magical damage that the enemy takes by 5%. That's it. That's all there is. But it was like every single class was supposed to have some kind of buff. Like, let me go to the character create screen, and yeah, Paladins were gonna get Devotion Aura, which would increase armor. Hunters would get Aspect of the Pact, which would increase movement speed. Rogues were gonna have Exposed Armor, which would have been the same thing as Mystic Touch. Shamans were gonna get some kind of aura that would increase your crit chance. Did it happen again? Oops. I mean, Paladin? You mean Paladins? No, I play Warrior mostly, actually. I used to play Rogue. I used to play Combat Rogue, but they changed it to Outlaw Rogue, and Outlaw is fucking stupid. So I don't play Rogue anymore. You just got the best combo. You're gonna post it to the Discord. I look forward to it. Warlocks, we're gonna have Curse of Elements, which is the same thing as Chaos Brand. Monks, I believe, had a Mastery buff. Druid was gonna have a Versatility buff. Demon Hunter was gonna have a Haste buff, and then Death Knights were gonna have a Leech buff. So it was like they were gonna, like, every class was gonna bring something to the table, and then they just decided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they decided that over half of them were going to be gone. Like, just all of them. Just, nope. So now, like, you have this really, like, meta team composition for things like raids and, for raids and Mythic Plus dungeons, and it's just, like, if you're trying to push, like, for a higher level, like, Mythic Plus levels, like, you're gonna have a hard time, like, trying to get in as a certain class. Just because so many people just want to, like, min-max everything. I mean, you can always make your own group, but sometimes it just takes longer at that point to try and even get the group together, and, like, people might leave because they don't want to wait. But yeah, so, okay, so, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, because I gotta move my, my cable around, like, I gotta move my, my internet cable around, plug it into the Switch, and I'm going to set up Smash Bros. Alright, so just give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back, alright?